What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm your co-host, Steve Cardi.
And I'm Nick Scopoletti.
Got a great episode for you guys today. We're talking to Ali Gilbert about testosterone, sex, boners, and estrogen.
And estrogen.
And she's joining us for the intro, which is like a first, actually. The guest has never joined us for the intro.
Oh, I'm special.
Oh, you're something. You're something, all right.
So before we get into it here with Ali, guys, first things first, quick announcements. Make sure you guys go to all of our social media, our Facebook. Go ahead and like our Facebook page. Go to our Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. Head to our Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. Then follow us to our cars. Make sure you guys go to YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher. Check out.
Don't follow Ali or car.
Check out. Oh, yeah, we didn't plug your social media. Yeah, do that now. What's all your social media people can reach you at?
Everything is at Metabolic Golf. So Instagram at Metabolic Golf, Twitter, Facebook. My personal Facebook, Ali Gilbert, Ali Gilbert, not the.
Yeah, I was like, that sounded like a full name. Ali Gilbert.
I'm Italian.
Ali Gilbert.
Yep, I'm all over there. So, yeah.
All right, cool. Nice. Yeah, so that's where Ali Gilbert's social media is, Ali Gilberta. Make sure you guys go to our YouTube page. 2 new videos we just posted up there. Your complete guide to warming up for strength training, which is actually we got all that info from Charlie Weingroff. So
we did. Do you know him?
I think I've met him once or twice. He's pretty smart.
He's mentioned you a little bit.
That warm-up's based off of the stuff we learned from Charlie, so go check that warm-up video out. We have a pull-up progression video up there, so check that out too. And then this week, we're going to be dropping a bar muscle-up progression video that CrossFit coach Ali Gilbert was nice enough to take us to that. So.
I think I could sue you for false advertising, actually, on that one.
We don't have any money, so no, you can't.
Go ahead, motherfucker. Try.
See what you get.
Try. Love to see you try.
Real quick here with Ali, guys, we're going to slide into those DNs, send you some news for this week.
Yeah.
News?
Send news. Like so
news,
send news,
but
send news. It's like the articles we send every week.
Everyone likes it. We don't know why.
Yeah. So, Ali, why don't you tell us real quick the article that we're sending out to everyone this week?
It's called Manning Up on Hormones. And I did it back in September for WAG Magazine, which I think is just local around here. I actually don't know. But it includes 4 things that you can do to optimize testosterone levels. So pretty basic, but, good info. It's on my media page, metabolicgolf.com.
Yeah, for sure. And then we're also going to link it. We're going to link it in the show notes, and
Nice.
we'll send it out on Facebook and Instagram too. So be on the lookout for that if you're trying to raise that T.
Yeah. Raise the roof.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. Word from our sponsors. And when we get back, we're going to start it up with Ali Gilbert and sex and testosterone and all that. So hang tight, and we'll be right back in a couple minutes. Want more of the Strength Squad? You can check out all of our social media on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Also, check us out on YouTube, where you can watch all of your favorite Strength Squad videos. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review on iTunes and Stitcher.
Stitcher, I just met her. We would like to thank our friends at Plant Warrior Protein, official sponsor of the Strength Squad podcast. Plant Warrior plant-based protein is easier on your stomach and contains a complete amino acid profile that helps you grow, maintain, and repair your muscles. It gives you 18 grams of protein per serving, and it's made from a blend of rice, pea, and hemp. Plant Warrior pledges to plant 1 tree for every item you purchase at their online store. Head over to plantwarrior.co, that's plantwarrior.co, and use the promo code STRENGTH10 to get 10% off of your purchase. That's promo code STRENGTH10 for 10% off of any Plant Warrior purchase. All right, everybody, what's up? We are here with Ali Gilbert. Ali, what's going on?
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Great to finally have you on your show.
I know.
Finally.
I've
Pumped to
known
have
you how long?
We've made it. We made it. We man, got Jade on the show, and then Ali could come on, you know.
Did you tell him I'd only go on if he went on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told him.
Pretty much. Jade, we love you.
Yeah. Love you too.
So we're here with Ali today, guys, talking about sex and testosterone and boners.
That's what yeah.
Morning wood.
Yes, morning would be what I am now associated with in the form of a hashtag.
Hell yeah.
As well as
great.
a random sweatshirt that was sent to me with the logo on it.
And you got the hat too, the wood hat.
Yes, and I have a
grab
wood
that
hat.
real quick.
Yep.
This is what we're working with today, folks. Boom.
I think it's a golf company. Somebody at the golf show sent it to me. So,
Yes.
and yeah.
Love it. So we're talking about dicks today. Dicks and balls, testosterone with Ali Gilbert. Before we jump into that, though, get to know our guests a little more here.
Oh, God.
So Ali, just talk a little bit about like what you're doing now, just kind of like a rundown of that, and then we'll kind of get into like how you started, all that.
Sure. So we're here at Clay Health Club in Port Chester, and I am the director of performance here. And that basically means that I oversee our trainers and kind of, instill our philosophy of, what we're about. And I train predominantly golfers, mostly male. I talk to them about hormones and men's health and hormone optimization would be my niche, I would say, my specialty, which I love. So that's pretty much what I do all day.
So that's like kind of what you would name it, hormone optimization.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, because I am not a doctor, I'll preface everything. A disclammer, I am not a doctor.
Let them all know.
Play one in the gym.
Trolls
Who gives
come
a
out.
shit? It's just a fucking piece of paper.
But the title is something I've struggled with, like a hormone consultant or a lifestyle consultant, because it's not life coach, because life coach already has kind of a stereotype attached to it. So
Yeah.
Well, regardless of, whatever like cert or whatever you end up with, like, a ton about what you're teaching people, and that's all that really matters. So
if it appears that way, that's awesome. I'm doing something right.
You've lined yourself up with the right people, though. The lab and everything, right? Done that. So,
Killing it.
It's not like you're just out here free balling it.
No.
we out here
Like,
starving.
I read this online. Now I'm going to teach you. Like, you know what you're fucking talking about.
Isn't that what everyone does?
So
Mostly,
we know, you're mainly well known for your CrossFit, but
You've been holding that in for months. Months he's been holding that in.
so how'd you start? How'd you start in like strength and conditioning, fitness, all that? Like, where'd you get your start?
Springfield College.
Hey,
Shitty place.
Word.
Kidding.
Dude.
It's a joke.
That's where I got my degree. And then, always wanting to train athletes, being in Greenwich, golfers being athletes, they could afford training. They're very into it.
Yeah.
So I came across TPI in 2008. Decided I wanted to specialize in golf fitness. So I
That's
learned how to play.
Titleist
Titleist Performance
Oh, okay, yeah,
Institute, yes.
word.
Greg Rose, remember you?
Oh, yeah, right. Got you.
Greg and Dave Phillips started it. And so, if you have a golf fitness niche, that kind of brings me all men, because men are more interested in golf fitness. Yeah. And so the more I started training a lot more guys, and, you as a trainer, you have to have a basis of knowledge in nutrition. I think everyone should at least. So understanding that was huge. And there's also the biochemical standpoint of how things affect people. And I soon realized that even though women's health is more advocated in certain ways, specifically with hormone optimization, it's much more socially acceptable. It wasn't the same for men. And there was a lot of misinformation about testosterone and cancer and, risks and everything. And a lot of guys were being misinformed. I was like, wow, I really should find out a lot about this. And as, all our mentor, Tom Plummer says, find out the most about something and you will be that person to go to. So I personally enjoy being an advocate for men's health, and I feel like the delivery from a woman is a different perspective than it is for a guy. So since around that time, I've been working specifically with men and just making them aware of what they're experiencing or may experience in the future is normal and kind of what's going on in our world right now.
Okay, sweet. And so you were a golfer yourself, you said?
I learned how to play. I was not.
Oh, okay.
Initially.
Got you.
I played soccer at Springfield.
Oh, lit.
Springfield.
Nice. Oh, so you're a soccer person. Oh,
I
fuck.
am.
I thought this whole time I thought you were a golfer.
No.
Damn.
No, everyone says that. So secret's out.
Damn.
soccer, any other
Classic
sports?
soccer player.
I played softball for a year and then decided just wanted to play soccer.
Nice.
So I played everything though.
Yeah.
Multi-sport athlete. When did you first start lifting?
15 years old.
Oh, shit.
Gold's Gym in Stanford, which was
Hey.
no
Nice.
longer there. It's now New York Sports Club, I think.
Classic.
Yeah, I was cycling. I cycled I bike raced, or I don't even know what it's called anymore. Road cycling in high school.
Yeah,
Like
road
Lance
cycling.
Armstrong
Yeah.
shit?
Competed in that, yeah.
Road cycling, yeah.
You competed in that?
Yep.
I did not know that either.
Hell yeah.
Huh.
There's a lot.
Ali.
Hell yeah,
People
girl.
don't know.
All right.
And like when you first started lifting, like what did it look like?
Bodybuilding.
Not so much, actually. My cycling coach brought me to the gym, and we were actually doing what's that thing called? The fixed bar?
The Smith machine.
Smith machine.
Oh boy.
I like forgot the
All
name
right,
of
this
it.
episode's over.
That's how much
No
I
one
use
uses
it.
that shit anymore.
Like rear foot elevated split squats on the Smith.
Wow.
Like, he taught me how to squat. He taught me how to do all the barbell moves and stuff. Probably not the best form. But I was like, okay, this is cool.
Word.
It's fun. Like, you don't know anything when you're 15. You're just like, all right.
You just kinda, like, got
Elevated's
into
on
it.
The Smith
Yeah.
machine.
Cool.
That's great. That's a Boyle move, right? He likes the Smith machine, right?
Loves it.
Word.
Don't freak out. We're just kidding. We're kidding. Kidding, everybody.
Yeah,
All right,
so
so-
now my work is centered around, lifestyle management, like I said. And, whenever I have a new client, it's understanding their background and where they're coming from. Because a lot of my guys are very, stressed, type A Wall Street, working in New York City, have a lot of external and internal stress going on. And it's just making them aware of what they can do outside the gym that will help them get better results in the gym. Because we only spend an hour with people. Maybe 2 or 3 during the week. So.
Yeah, it's true. And that's like, I mean, you could argue the hour that we spend with them in the gym is like not even the most important part of
Absolutely.
like health
The other,
management
we
throughout
always
the
say
day.
that. The other 23 hours outside, like,
Yeah.
That's actually the title of my Perform Better talk.
Hey,
Really?
full
It's
circle.
the other 23 hours.
I just came up with
Nice
a title. You hear that?
Nice little plug there.
Nice try.
So let's kind of get into this. What was the word you said for hormone
Hormone specialist.
hormone specialist?
Counselor.
So let's get into this like hormone optimization, specifically testosterone, which is kind of like yo thing. What is testosterone and what is it doing in our body? And
So-
who has it?
It's the men and women both have it. It's the main male hormone that makes you a man and is responsible for all your, secondary sex characteristics as well as the silhouette of male. And it basically what drives you guys to act the way that you do, stereotypically, as well as how you're supposed to act. So the hormone statistically has declined in men in the past decade, around 17% in the past 10
Why?
years. So due to multiple reasons. So one of the main ones being the environment. So we're way more obese than we used to be.
Okay.
So the more body fat you have, the more estrogen you're probably going to have.
Damn.
So there's an enzyme in the body called aromatase, and aromatase takes all your precious testosterone and converts it to estrogen. And the more body fat you have, the more aromatase activity you have. So
And
we're
real
very
quick-
estrogenic as a society.
And real quick, estrogen. Quick synopsis of estrogen.
So men need estrogen as well, but it's the primary female hormone.
Gotcha.
So
Hey,
Sorry.
special guest Alexa.
I'm trying to adjust over
body.
here. My feet are going numb.
So estrogen, men need a little bit of that, but controlling it and having the right amount is what we're after. So environmental factors such as everything in our food, the food quality, agriculture, plastics, like stuff that used to be earthy, crunchy granola is now pretty much
Mainstream.
reality. Yeah, mainstream. Filtering the water, coffee, like pesticides. So, and I'm going to jump around a little bit, but there's a book that I posted about called Estrogeneration. Really good book. You guys should all buy it. It basically doesn't make you want to do anything but stay in a bubble.
Word.
The amount of pesticides that we use in the U.S. are illegal in so many different countries, and it's just crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And how studies can be manipulated for things to show as not so much an issue or actually positive versus other countries, it's just pure data. So a lot of that contributes to it, and some examples of that. So our drinking water. A lot of women now are on birth control, more so than ever in the past. And when they use the restroom, those hormones get excreted into our water system. They don't get filtered out. And that's a lot of exogenous estrogens and progestins.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I never drink out of the sink.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. So it's a major thing that it's like, all right, shower head filter, water filter, bottled water that's been sitting for a very long time. The plastic has something called Xenoestrogens. And basically these are all, estrogen mimickers. So they act as estrogen in the body and on the receptor.
And this is a result of all these like chemicals and things like that.
Yeah. And there's a lot of, there's like, I think 40 different estrogens in the body. And it's basically getting your body to shuttle the ones that are carcinogenic out. And those pathways can get disrupted by certain toxins and chemicals and everything. So.
Damn. Okay. So that's kind of crazy.
Yes. Technology being another thing.
Just fucking ruined my life in one paragraph right there.
I made a post the other day, how, remembering the times of, at least when I was a child growing up in the 80s, we had to get up and physically turn the TV channel. And now we basically don't have to leave our house. We can order food.
Dude,
we can
seriously.
order everything. Like, it's crazy, right?
I saw like a stand-up thing on that. He's like, you could be in your house and just be like, I want bananas, hammers, like random, and it could just come to you.
Yeah,
you literally don't have to leave. Where,
crazy.
We used to have to stalk guys in middle school, right? Physically in the bush.
Same, yeah.
Yeah, now it's social media. So
Now you could do that with an app. Yeah, perfect.
Everything that required us to walk and be human is no longer necessary.
Yeah, it's crazy. Especially, I mean, and this is kind of one I guess everyone knows is like the nature of everyone's job now. I mean, everyone's seated in front of a screen now. I mean, is that playing like a huge factor into things too?
Huge. So Ben House actually posted a study that showed the amount of steps that is needed to just kind of maintain, I think it was your appetite regulation, and it was at least 7,000 something. And a lot of people aren't getting that.
No.
And I know 10,000 is kind of like the goal with a lot of these
They're
trackers.
Fitbit, yeah. And
I just started recently wearing a Fitbit because a lot of my clients use it, and I wanted to see how accurate it was.
Smart.
That's to be determined, but on the training floor, I'm getting at least 6,000 just training people. So, if you have an active job, obviously. And then, so I end up with like 15 to 19,000 steps a day, which is contributing to NEAT level, which is the non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which you're more likely to regulate your metabolism moving versus exercising. So somebody with a sedentary job sitting 6 to 8 hours, and then they go and annihilate themselves for 45 minutes.
Yeah,
in the gym, like somebody like CrossFit. So
yes,
you kill me, coach.
may not be as beneficial for them as actually getting up every hour to walk a little bit.
Dude, I think about that all the time, man. Yeah, like it's like, yeah, go to the gym and exercise. Like, yeah, but dude, you're sitting for what the rest of 12 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours a day. It's like that. There's something to be said about that,
Yeah, and all the stress from that. So lack of movement is just as much a stress as too much movement. And back in our Homo sapien days, caveman days, stressors were someone's going to eat us, and now stressors are somebody posting on social media, text message, a phone call, all these notifications. Those are all our stressors, and it's just constant input. And our body is all confused. And now we're trying to mimic the way we lived in caveman days with the intermittent fasting, with, natural move. Like, nobody knows how to crawl. Nobody knows how to move and play among trees. Like, we have certifications to show people how to be human again.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Well,
I mean, think about what weightlifting and training is. It's just like fake work, essentially. Like, we're replacing what we did thousands of years ago, which was just our lives, to now it's like we go to this gym and we lift these fake stones in our, you know what I mean? It's like creating fake
my
work.
My grandfather was a landscaper. He never had a gym.
Yeah.
Strong as shit. Lift a 300-pound lawnmower in his
Unreal.
truck.
And his testosterone levels are much higher than
Probably
guys
was.
his age
He was
now.
aggressive.
Yeah.
He was aggressive.
I bet.
And male fertility will be on the decline even more.
Shit.
Yeah, just the general, like just you said, like the high intensity shit has become so popular because of CrossFit and other things like that. But the biggest change that I noticed personally as well is when you helped me out when I came to your lab was just like, out of everything you gave me to do, the 60 minutes a day of walking was probably the biggest thing that helped me the most. Mm-hmm. Just like stress and how I feel, walking outdoors, getting out of the gym once in a while and going for a walk. And I was like, I feel really good. That helped me the most, walking. Like shit, you're like, I don't need to do that.
And it's so basic. So like walking and sleep are probably the two things that I would prescribe, right, to somebody.
So simple.
And the population that I deal with, these guys want to feel like they did something. And you can't deny them what they want. So if they come into the gym and they want to feel like they worked, I can't be like, nah, we're going to
walk
chill.
For 45 minutes.
I mean, I have guys that come in on 3-4 hours sleep, and it's like, okay, well, I've got to manage him as best I can, still give him what he wants, but also educate him as to why doing this repeatedly over time is probably not going to help his health. That's kind of where blood work actually helps, because then people see on paper, oh, okay, my lifestyle is contributing to something that is not so healthy. And then you throw in the emotional aspect of, do you want to continue to play golf with your son? You know, stuff like that. It's reality, right?
Yeah.
And so that's where our society is currently. So our health really suffers from all these stressors. And walking is just, I mean, as you know, so I find myself actually taking stuff away or reducing instead of adding exercise. 'Cause when we think of health and we think of fat loss, everyone thinks, all right, diet, exercise right away. They don't think, oh, I have to go have sex or take a nap or like chill out.
Yeah.
You know, because that's being lazy.
Yeah.
Jade Tita, shout out, talks about this all the time. And his metabolic toggles of eat less, exercise less, eat more, exercise more.
Yeah, we just listened actually.
Absolutely genius.
Yeah.
And when I learned that from him and when I tried it myself, I was like, damn.
Right.
You know, but everyone's skeptical. I have to sit my CEOs down and I'm like, what you are doing to yourself right now obviously isn't working.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And overly, like I will spend a half an hour just educating as to why taking the stress away is going to help the fat loss or help their mental, you know, because they're like, I need the release. I'm like, you're going to have to find it a different way. And you won't feel like you need it so bad when you're more balanced. And that's not like namaste balance. That's like, you know, stress from here is not affecting stress from here, you know, because family and work and everything. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah, go walk outside for 30 minutes without your phone. You know, come back.
Or
see how you feel.
Use that time. I tell them use that time for your phone calls.
Right.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
Do
And
that
like walking meetings, some people do sometimes too, which is cool. I'm a fan of those.
And if you find, at least I find, when I do my walks and listen to podcasts and stuff, that's when a lot of the creativity flows.
You should try the Strength Squad podcast. It's pretty good.
I heard it's okay. It's like all about CrossFit and stuff.
It's pretty good. It's got a lot of guys and wieners and stuff. So kind of circling back to specifically testosterone. Let's talk about that and like actual strength training and what is happening in our body with testosterone when we strength train, when we're out of the gym, all that stuff.
Okay. So when you lift weight, your body releases hormones, and it releases testosterone, growth hormone, cortisol, IGF-1. So when we think of weightlifting versus cardiovascular, and this is where a lot of people get things confused, both are great for burning fat, but in cardio, specifically steady state, it's more the release of cortisol, which is a stress hormone, which is not a bad thing as much as people make it. But when it is released with testosterone and GH and IGF-1 in weightlifting, it's very powerful as a fat burner. So, you know, it socializes with those hormones. They become mean and burn the fat. Bye-bye. And then, so
Bye-bye, fat.
That's why, you know, a lot of clientele are very eager to start cardio. And this is where the metabolic toggles come in very much, because someone, you know, started the new year. All right, I'm going to drop weight. What do? Slash calories.
Eat less, exercise more.
Yes.
The go-to
increase
for
their
everyone.
activity.
Yep.
And that will work until it doesn't.
Right.
And then it's like, oh. So where are, you know, specifically a small female like myself, I can only go so low in caloric intake and I can only go so high in cardio. So you have to be able to trick the body in a way where, okay, you know, the way Jade explains it, take 2 weeks to eat like an athlete and exercise like an athlete. And the CrossFit Open is actually a perfect example, because you don't want to be dieting for physique purposes during that time. That would be stupid, right? Or any of these Olympic athletes, if we they said, yeah, I'm dieting while I'm training for biathlon, which is probably the hardest thing I've ever seen, to be able to cross country ski and then steady yourself.
I want to look ripped on my skis, but I might fall asleep.
with like 6 layers on.
Right.
So,
Yeah, right.
So athletes, they eat enough to fuel their workouts. Then you can take 2 weeks off where you're exercising less, maybe lifting twice a week, but you're walking every day. You're doing more restorative stuff, whether that's napping or yoga or sex, things that relieve stress. And then walking every day relieves stress, brings down the stress hormones, and you have more time to actually be productive in other areas of your life. But you're naturally going to eat less anyway. So instead of making your caloric deficit massive by slashing calories, increasing activity, you actually narrow it a little bit by lowering your activity and lowering your calories. So you're still going to be in a deficit because you're just not going to eat as much. And if you're having out of control cravings while you're eating less and exercising less, that means you need to stay in that mode for a longer time, because that means something's out of whack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Hunger, energy, cravings.
Heck.
Yep. Or schmeck with the sleep and hunger.
Yeah.
And the mood. Monitoring that is a way that you can kind of gauge internally without getting blood work done right away. All right. I have massive cravings for chocolate, and my energy sucks. I can't get up in the morning. I'm sweating profusely at night. Maybe something's off. So maybe adding exercise is not the best solution to that. So maybe taking it away.
Because like what you were saying, that's just adding more stress.
Yeah. And I've had guys, and these guys are very skeptical of me doing this. And I say, I realize you're paying me money to tell you to stop, but trust me. Yeah. And then one belt hole, they're down in, 2.5 weeks.
Hey.
Because a lot of it's also inflammation, water retention, just from being stressed out of their gourd for so long.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Even other things too, other like stressors on the body. Like, I think if I would, this is just my personal opinion. This is not based off of any like evidence, but I would personally say if a lot of people gave up something like dairy, which is like something a lot of people can't deal with,
right,
they would see a lot of inflammation go down, and they'd probably see some weight loss just by simply doing that, like cutting that one thing out, because there's so much inflammation and so much stress on the body.
Yeah.
You've seen that, right? Personally?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah,
and you don't have a problem with dairy.
No, if I have it every once in a while, I'm good. But I was eating it like every day, and then I was just like feeling bloated all the time, feeling that inflammation. I just felt like shit. Thought I was having a heart attack every day, and then I cut it out, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, back to normal. Yeah, weird.
Well, the quality of it as well matters,
too,
and if you eat the same thing, every single day for a prolonged period of time, you're going to become immune to it. Your body develops immunity. That's where a lot of the food sensitivity testing, we do it, but it's more a gut integrity testing type of thing. Because if somebody's reactive to all these different foods, it doesn't mean you're necessarily allergic to romaine lettuce. It's more, oh my gosh, your body's reacting to everything. So maybe your gut lining is not so great, which I don't know a lot of people who have a very good gut lining or gut integrity, just because of the quality of everything.
Yeah, I could imagine
that we eat as well. But to go back to your original question, we do get an acute release of testosterone when we lift, and it doesn't necessarily stay that way. So you're not going to all of a sudden raise it like 200 nanograms a deciliter. You'll get a little raise, and then the more you lift, then the more that helps your insulin sensitivity, and then the more that will help your testosterone levels stay a little bit higher. So it has more to do with the receptors and stuff. And in men, specifically if they're on TRT or any type of other androgen, they have more receptor activity like in their traps and shoulders and stuff than they do in their legs. And that's why men like doing upper body work more than lower body.
Really?
Lit.
Yes.
Interesting.
And bodybuilders who are on super physiological levels,
that's
huge traps, shoulders, and back, right? Because there's more androgen receptors there. So
that's interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah, neither did I.
The more you know.
I was just going to say that.
Oh, no.
All right. So, we kind of talked about all the reasons for why your T is low. And we kind of talked about the role it plays in strength training. What are some of the biggest things that, like, in your opinion, that dudes either should be doing or like aren't doing that could help either raise your testosterone or can kind of reverse this?
Number 1, sleep.
Sleep is the biggest thing.
Yeah. Like, Alan Cosgrove has a hierarchy of fat loss, and I think he has an article. I think it's on T Nation, actually. Number one's nutrition. Number two is nutrition, which I still think is number one, number two. But instead of going to weight training, I think sleep is now before that, because a lot of people don't sleep due to the stressors and everything. And so now their diurnal cortisol patterns all off, and they're hyper at night. They can't calm down. We've, scrolling blue light in our face. So yeah. So I would say sleep and recovery. If you're not sleeping, you're really not going to see the results that you want. It's just dumping added stress onto an already very stressed out body.
All right. So
it's
sleep,
like having
else?
a table that you taped together, and then you're just adding pots on top of it of flour or whatever. I don't know.
Pots of kale.
Bricks on top of it. Yeah. Pots of kale.
Pots? What am I saying?
Old pictures of your
Trying to
family.
think of one of those really good analogies.
No,
I'm so
good.
bad at that.
It was good. I bought the pots. I bought it.
Pots on a kitchen table. I get it. Makes sense.
Right.
What else other than sleep?
To maintain test levels. So eating, a good amount of healthy fat, keeping cholesterol at a good level. I think we're all kind of in the know now that cholesterol is not as scary as it used to be. Yes. Even though I have guys ask me, should I be eating 5 eggs? And I'm like, yes, you're fine, because they're worried about the cholesterol. But that, enough omega-3. And then there's nutrients that correlate directly with testosterone, zinc being one of them, which is found in oysters, chicken thighs, a couple other foods I can't remember right now off the top of my head. But zinc acts as a weak aromatase inhibitor. And remember, aromatase is that enzyme that converts testosterone to estrogen. So adequate levels of that. Magnesium is huge. I think everyone can benefit from magnesium. Because magnesium, zinc, and vitamin B6 are very heavily depleted with any type of stress. So repleting with that. And someone was like, oh, I'm going to be brilliant and combine those and make ZMA, which is a great supplement. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I should get royalties for the amount of ZMA links I've sent out, but I ain't about that life. So that and magnesium glycinate, which is probably the best absorbed. Magnesium citrate is the one that they put in laxatives, so you don't want to be hoarding that. And then magnesium taurate is a good version if you want it more of the calming effect to go to sleep. And then vitamin D3 as well, which you want to take with a meal because it's a fat soluble vitamin.
Gotcha.
So a lot of people are very deficient in that.
One of the things that I wanted to cover, because this always happens, is testosterone and hormones and these things kind of get a little, like, people think of, first thing they think of is like steroids.
Yeah.
Right? They think of like bodybuilding, powerlifting, blah, blah, blah. But like, I want you to talk on the benefits of raising your testosterone for health, like the effects on cardiovascular, your heart, your this, your that, and why, older men are just like, I'm just getting old, like, fuck it. And they just let themselves go. When really, like, why wouldn't you want to feel better and have the added health benefits of testosterone? So if you could get into that, like what it actually does for your health as opposed to, like the muscle
there's
building.
actually a lot of studies now showing how it's cardioprotective. It's protective against prostate cancer, which it once was thought to cause. And this is a great time to plug my friend Jay and Jim's book, the Testosterone Optimization Therapy Bible. These guys have been instrumental in what I've learned, as well as Jade. But they basically lay all the myths out there into this book, and they back it all up with research. And it shows every little myth and misconception that you've read about or heard about or whatever can be answered in that book. So, besides making men, but it also gives you the energy back that you wanted. And a lot of the issues is a lot of guys who think, okay, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm in my even 30s, 40s, so I feel depressed. I'm lethargic. I can't maintain muscle mass or put any on. I can't drop body fat. they go to the doctor and the doctor's like, oh, you're depressed, because the symptoms of depression are very similar to low testosterone.
So they put him on that.
Take this
Put him
medication.
on antidepressants.
Yes.
Don't worry about his fucking
Yeah.
hormones. Let's just give him these meds. Sorry, I get really like fired up. Pisses me
Yeah,
off.
no, I get fired
true.
up because I have guys
true.
messaging me about
Makes me so mad.
some guys message me and they say, well, my doctor said I look like I have good testosterone. I'm like,
You
What
look
the fuck
Interesting.
does that mean?
yeah.
What do you mean? Like they physically look at him and
Yeah,
go, "Hey,
yeah.
you look like you."
Swear to God, I cannot make this up.
Hey, man, you look like you got some good testosterone.
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking of Forgetting Sarah Marshall, where he's like, "You got a good dick, Peter," and he's like, just looks at him and tells him he's okay.
Can you imagine? I'm like, okay. So, I mean, it
so
drives
weird,
me
man.
crazy because,
That's
you
insane.
know, so
Why?
the-
Because they
the
look
medical-
lean, or they like
yeah, when actually, you know, they if they're like, say there's somebody dieting for a competition, they're probably in the tank, but they look good.
yeah,
Yeah, as you know, you've been there.
yeah,
so
you're fucked.
yeah. So, you know, there's so much misunderstanding about hormone replacement for men, when for women, it's like, it's fine. They have menopause. Well, men go through andropause. You know, women go on birth control and stuff. So I think that's where the acceptance has come from. And they just are like, oh, well, that's what women do.
They start in their teens, right? Taking that
If you're
stuff.
taking thyroid medication, you're replacing thyroid hormone.
Right.
But that's not thought of as doing steroids.
Yeah, it's like,
That's deep.
right?
Isn't
Yeah,
that deep?
It's pretty deep.
That's why my voice got low.
it's deep.
Damn, there's a lot of testosterone in that voice.
Yeah. But you know,
go ahead. Sorry.
so no, that's all. And it's you know, the balance of testosterone and estrogen along with all the other hormones, because many guys ask me, well, what should I get tested for? And I can give them a list, and the doctor may do half of it. It's like, okay, so I did FMS active straight leg raise here. It's great. I
Dope.
need more data.
Yeah,
you know?
right,
so
right. Okay.
a lot goes into it, and you need somebody that knows what they're doing too, and not a doctor who's very excited to sell you a hormone replacement alternative to actual, you know, say injections, right? That's probably the best form, but you can't patent a hormone. So they created alternative delivery solutions via creams and gels, and you don't hear about androgel anymore, and patches and
Yeah.
pellets and everything that you can actually charge money for, but not knowing how to manage it or how to manage estrogen levels and everything, because you still need some estrogen. And that's another, you know, misconception. A lot of guys want to crush their estrogen. And actually, estrogens are very responsible for the hardness of your erections and your
Boom.
libido and
Estrogen is
bone
No
density.
shit.
Yeah.
Having some, it has to be present.
Some, yes.
has to.
Yes, you don't want to diminish it at all.
Word.
Same with women. Like, there's bad estrogens, there's good estrogens, and it does help bone density. So if you try to crush it with an aromatase inhibitor, you may end up with some bone density issues later in life. So, you know, you need somebody who knows what they're doing, because everybody responds differently. And men, all different men feel different with different estrogen levels.
Interesting.
So, and
So don't
testosterone
completely
levels.
crush estrogen. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's
And
not like you
so-
want to completely deplete it from your body.
Correct.
If you're a dude.
You need some. Yes, yes, because a lot of the symptoms of too much estrogen are similar to too low estrogen, where you're lethargic and you can't get morning wood and stuff like that.
Interesting. Love morning wood. What are other things that you feel like people are missing out on with testosterone? Like what people aren't doing? Like you mentioned sleep, things like that.
Sleep is huge. Getting steps in, just going to help regulate your activity level. You guys did a podcast on alcohol and how that affects hormones.
Yeah. Talk about
You
that a
know,
little
so
bit.
that basically it ramps up aromatase activity in the body, and the whole difference between clear alcohol and beer, it doesn't matter. It's just it has the same scientific purpose in the body.
Your body just sees it as
Yeah.
it's a toxin.
Get this
Correct.
shit out of here. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and so then it clogs your liver, and your liver is responsible for detoxing bad estrogens as well. So it's kind of, you know, interfering with that process, and you know, it's bad. I mean,
Right.
everyone hates when I tell them that, but you know, I'm not going to say don't enjoy your life. A lot of my guys
Right,
have to
yeah.
drink for their
Socially for
their
their
sport,
jobs.
for their
Yeah,
sport,
true,
for
true.
their for their jobs.
They're playing rugby. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got to drink for the sport.
You know, so I tell them to alternate with club soda lime, because that can be masked as
what I
a
do.
drink if they need
That's what I
to.
do.
Yeah,
Smart.
it's a
Word.
good trick.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Did you learn that from me?
No, you know what? I
No, you didn't.
I used to drink. Yeah, totally. I learned it from Ali Gilbert. So I When I read the paleo solution in like 2012, Rob Wolf was like, if you are going to drink tequila, club soda, lime.
Yeah.
And he explained why. Like insulin or lime blunts your insulin, and the bubbles get the alcohol to your bloodstream faster, or whatever the hell it was. So I was like, cool, I'm going to do that. And I never had hangover whenever I drink that. So.
And you're better off having protein and veggies with your alcohol.
Heard that too.
Other than having starch, because it does have a high thermic effect in the body. So similar to protein, it takes a lot to break down.
Yeah.
So you can kind of take advantage of that if you're eating protein and vegetables with it. And, it does primarily get metabolized in your body. So anything else kind of gets stored on the back burner. So, any carbohydrate or starch that you have with it extra is like,
right.
Fat.
Right. So. Exactly. Now I'm thinking about bar taco for some reason.
Oh, wow. Aggressive.
I used to get like the lettuce tacos with the meat.
Oh, yeah.
And I would do that and drink the tequila and stuff like that.
Perfect solution.
Let's go do that.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm so hungry now.
What is like if you could like put it on a plaque, like what is one thing that you could put out to the world about like testosterone, sex, all this stuff that like you feel everyone needs to know and like would kind of take us in this redirection that we kind of need to go?
That's a really good question. Get tested, develop baselines, know your levels, and then kind of have a conversation with yourself about what are you doing in your lifestyle that you can do better or amplify in one area to be able to live an optimal life. So are you training enough, but not too much, not too little? Are you walking, or doing something that allows you to rest? How much time do you spend on social media every day? Kind of do an inventory, right? We all spend too much time, and I'm trying to like cut back on that. But, lying down watching Netflix on a Saturday is probably the solution more often than not, but we don't feel productive. And, we feel like we have to constantly, now you're at a traffic light. You can't just like chill. Everyone has to scroll.
Yeah, scroll.
I did this thing where you could look on your phone. If you go to the battery and you look at how much time you spend on each app.
Oh, yeah.
It's horrifying.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to download that.
I want to look on your phone after. I want to see. For me, in the last 7 days, I've spent 8.5 hours on Instagram.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's pathetic, man.
But and then just yesterday was an hour on Instagram throughout my day.
Damn,
an
bro.
hour of my day.
It's a lot of time.
It's insane.
Dude, I went to dinner last night and didn't bring my phone, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
I love not bringing my phone places. I love it. So
yeah,
great.
like making rules like that. Like when I was snowboarding last week, my phone would freeze half the time. I couldn't look at it. I'm like, awesome.
Hell yeah.
This is great. No
You're
phones
like when
on.
it's dead.
Yeah.
It kind of
Phone's
like
dead.
It goes
Thank
from
fuck.
80 to 1%, and then you're just like, well, whatever.
Like, well, guess I
In an
gotta throw
hour.
this thing away.
Yeah.
I need to buy a new one.
No phones on date night.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like
For
that,
sure, for sure.
will help you kind of like detach
Yeah.
and stuff.
Absolutely.
Or
But
installing software whenever it's available. You can't have it for 10 minutes. It's like, oh.
I know.
yeah, no.
But it's a
tough.
great feeling, So.
True.
But I would
True.
say, just kind of understanding where you are in life and how that relates to how you're feeling and what you're doing, because trying to put the onus on diet and exercise only is going to lead to failure, because there's only so much that you can do, where exercise really isn't the key to, and I say drop body fat because that's primarily what most people want to be able to do. But in order to maintain your muscle, maintain your sanity, maintain your energy and your sex life, you want to have more optimal levels of testosterone.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be off the charts. Some guys feel amazing at 400. Some guys feel like crap at 1,000. Like that's
real
crazy.
quick. What's the measurement? Can you give us
so
like
the range is like, depending on the lab, like 250 to like 1,100. And I always
Such a
tell
wide
people
range.
it's very wide,
It's
and
huge.
it's based on American average, and most of America is sick. So like
fuck.
Disney World, Walmart, like you go there, you see female fat storage patterns because the amount of estrogen that is hanging around in guys. So that is what the
Especially
average is
at
based
Walmart.
on. And somebody in their 20s or 30s shouldn't be below 500. So it's finding out why,
Right.
That's another thing too, is some doctors may be quick to put a guy on TRT. And if he leads a not so healthy lifestyle, then you're just dumping a Band-Aid on top of a not so healthy lifestyle that's still going to cause problems. He's going to need more testosterone, and that will lead to its own issues. So you really have to fix the underlying stuff, like most people walking around dehydrated. And I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. The club I went to my snowboarding trip with, like, nobody drank anything on the mountain, and I'm like peeing every hour, and I'm just like, guys, we're at altitude. Like, that's not smart.
Right.
You know? Or the amount of people that don't get up on a flight. Like, I'm like, really?
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
Felt like garbage.
So you dehydrate your cells, then they're not going to be able to function correctly.
Yeah. Not good.
So.
Speaking of, I'm really thirsty right now.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up with Ali Gilbert. BRB.
BRB.
Huh.
I'm going to go get a water.
Want more of the Strength Squad? You can check out all of our social media on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Also, check us out on YouTube, where you can watch all of your favorite Strength Squad videos. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review on iTunes and Stitcher.
Stitcher, I just met her. We would like to thank our friends at Plant Warrior Protein, official sponsor of the Strength Squad podcast. Plant Warrior plant-based protein is easier on your stomach and contains a complete amino acid profile that helps you grow, maintain, and repair your muscles. It gives you 18 grams of protein per serving, and it's made from a blend of rice, pea, and hemp. Plant Warrior pledges to plant 1 tree for every item you purchase at their online store. Head over to plantwarrior.co, that's plantwarrior.co, and use the promo code STRENGTH10 to get 10% off of your purchase. That's promo code STRENGTH10 for 10% off of any Plant Warrior purchase. All right, everybody, welcome back. We're here with Ali Gilbert. We're going to wrap you guys up with a segment we call Lightning Round. Get to know our friend Ali Gilbert. Ali Gilbert a little more.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. They're all super intense personal questions, so don't be scared.
Oh, perfect. Well, you know.
Perfect.
All right, question 1. What are your favorite songs? Well, we'll go with 1. What is one of your favorite songs from your teenage years that you still rock out to now?
Oh, my gosh. Any hip-hop song. I mean, come on. 90s hip-hop is way better than anything modern era. Though, I do love my Migos and A$AP Ferg and stuff like that. So.
Oh, yeah. I saw you posted that Plain Jane the other day. You were rocking it out.
I love that song. Yeah.
I've been blasting that, too.
Even though
hilarious
it's not new
that.
anymore.
No, it's not, but it's so sick.
But I also have to remember that the explicit lyrics on Sirius Radio are still there when you have the windows open. But now that summer in February has been canceled, it's okay. So.
Damn it.
Word. Who was, like, back when you were a kid, who was, like, your, like, childhood, maybe, like, celebrity actor, actress crush?
Oh, my God. I had a thing for Kevin Bacon. So weird.
Who didn't?
But,
Footloose.
yeah, now I don't think he's hot at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Lost it?
Yeah.
Back in the day, though?
Like 8th grade.
Wow.
Like Footloose Kevin Bacon or what?
Yeah. Footloose
Great.
Kevin Bacon. Probably would be too skinny for my type right now, but...
Damn.
Like a little beef now.
Yeah.
What is the craziest dare you've ever took?
Wow. Nothing really exciting.
Whatever's crazy.
I think to push somebody off a bridge, not like a bridge, like
This got dark. This got dark.
Like the GW.
Did you just admit to murder on this podcast?
Please help me.
It was summer camp on a lake, so pushing somebody into the lake.
You're so wild.
So wild. I mean, that's all I can think of right now.
Kind of a bad girl.
I went to Catholic school for 11 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Something you don't know.
Explains a lot. No, I knew that. I knew what a Grange Catholic, whatever.
Sacred Heart.
Yeah, same
Close.
shit.
Yeah.
Same shit.
It's all here. Whatever.
Next question. What's the first concert you ever went to?
Offspring, I think.
Damn,
they're
the
so
Offspring.
good.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's sick.
I had that album as a kid. Oh my god.
Yeah. Pretty fly for a white girl.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Love
I'm
it.
having serious flashbacks.
What's the most ridiculous thing your parents ever did to embarrass you?
Everything.
God, so much angst in that answer.
You got some great stories about your mom, though. I know you do.
Yeah, give us
My
one.
mom would embarrass me in front of anybody to say the stupid stuff that I've done in my life.
Like what?
Which is like, but I mean, like, I tried to back my car into a space at Springfield College and went over a fence.
Wait. Like
it
a
got
metal
stuck.
fence?
Yes. in front of the townhouses, and
Oh, shit.
so
I know
it dented
exactly.
like the oil tank. I actually found the photo the other day because everybody in the townhouses took pictures. And then when I got home to Greenwich, I actually convinced Subaru, it was a Subaru, that it was fine, and it actually fell apart on them like a month later. But I'm so wild. Oh my God.
What fence? Like what?
The wood fence that's probably no longer there because of me. In front of the
You
townhouses.
took it down.
Yeah.
Renovating with Ali Gilbert.
Holy shit!
What is your
boring.
favorite childhood Halloween costume?
Oh, dude. 8th grade, I was obsessed
Whoa.
with the Yankees. I was Don Mattingly.
Oh,
Do you even know who
shit.
that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
Donnie
personally,
Baseball.
First
I got
baseman.
the mustache. I got the full uniform. Like,
I had his glove, like the you could go buy like the Don Mattingly glove.
yeah.
I had the first base glove.
But in college, I was a pregnant nun. That was really funny.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I walked around campus like that. Yeah,
You got a dark sense of humor. I like it.
I do.
I like that.
I'm
Catholic school do that
twisted,
to you.
perverted. And
Sarah would like
everything.
that. Sarah would appreciate the pregnant nun.
Yeah. Everybody did.
Sarah's
And
Steve's girlfriend.
I justified it as
Just gotta let people
because
know.
I went to Catholic school. I can do this.
Nice.
I lived it.
I'm
There's a
not religious
backstory.
at all, but
Right.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
well, according to everyone that knows me, I don't know any movies, so I really don't have one, honestly. So
There's no favorite movie?
I don't have one. I
Not
love
one.
I do love The Birdcage, which actually I think is a
Oh,
Great
classic.
fucking movie,
So
dude.
How can you
I'm
not
so
love that?
happy you said that.
I really love White Chicks. I think that movie is hysterical. I don't know why, but like every year that they have it on TV for a while, I love it.
It's fucking great.
Terry Crews and that shit.
Yes, it's just so funny.
No, the Birdcage takes. I
Yeah.
love
Dude,
Birdcage.
Birdcage is amazing.
Unreal.
When he's teaching him how to be a man. That's my favorite part. Put your pinky down. How do you feel about the Dolphins losing? I was bewildered, betrayed. It's like, no. I love it.
What is something about you that people would be surprised to know?
That I'm a natural blonde.
Interesting. You are?
No, you fucking ain't. I was like looking.
You had me hooked for a sec.
There's not really like we were talking about before, competing in cycling, I guess, and Catholic school, and
Yeah, the cycling thing, I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I've known you for like 3 years.
I'm ambidextrous, and I play all sports lefty, and I write with my right hand. And
Oh, shit.
I never
There
had
you go.
braces. I mean, I don't know. Just keep going.
Lucky you.
It's a lot of
Who's
stuff.
lightning round now?
Oh, shit.
I'm leaving.
She's flipping the table.
I'm scared.
All right, so last question. 2 truths and a lie.
Oh my gosh.
So tell us 3 things, 2 truths and a lie about yourself. And we're going to figure out what the truths are and what the lie is.
I feel like
this
you're
is
a,
hard on the spot.
I feel like you're
oh,
a bad
yeah.
liar.
Last
Like,
one.
I'm a horrible liar, so
You're
I
just too
can't look
honest.
at you guys.
So this will be easy.
Absolutely. My favorite ice cream flavor is pistachio, and I sleep about 8 to 9 hours a night. And I actually owned a horse when I was a kid and was really into horseback riding.
Okay,
This is
so
Greenwich, bro. The horse thing might be real.
all right, so the lie is I'm going to go first. Then you go.
Okay.
The lie is the pistachio ice cream.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
no,
right. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It didn't seem
Yeah, I
But
know.
what's my favorite?
chocolate.
Anything chocolate. Dark.
Anything chocolate?
Dark
Chocolate,
chocolate.
yeah.
Thank
Hey,
you.
get that
I
dark
hate
stuff.
milk chocolate.
It's gross.
Really?
It's stupid.
I love milk chocolate.
No.
I got milk chocolate nips.
I make a mean brownie.
Do you?
Yeah.
Just one at a time,
about
or you
it.
make a bunch?
Yeah, I make good ribeyes now too.
Oh, fuck.
Did you see
Are
that?
you learning
post?
to cook
Well,
now?
that's where we're going.
What's going on?
Trying.
I thought it was sushi every night. What happened to
Usually, yeah. It gets expensive though.
that? Yeah, really fucking expensive.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Thanks so much, Ali, for being with
Thank
us.
you guys.
Appreciate
it
it.
was
This
a
was
sheer
fun as hell.
pleasure.
Talking CrossFit, but also talking testosterone.
Yes.
It's just been pent up. Is Mama calm Clay? I'm a calm Clay.
I knew it. Knew it was coming.
I have no idea what's going on. So,
It's from Coming to America. Eddie
Allie.
Murphy.
oh
You're
yeah,
good
yeah.
with movies. You're
I
good
love
with
that
movies.
movie.
1988.
See,
Do you?
I don't know any movie quotes, but
Oh,
I know
yeah.
the movies.
But you know the movie, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ask anyone who's
Fucking
hung
A,
out
dude.
with me.
Fuck yeah, you know that movie. Everyone
Word.
knows that movie.
That is more a man thing. You guys speak in movie quotes, and I just kind of go along with it.
Yeah, that is interesting,
That's
huh?
true, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It is
a good
weird.
point.
Yeah, Sarah has no idea about movies either, so
Yep. So
Pretty
I
much
just
a guy thing.
sit there, drink water, look like I'm
look like you know what's going on.
paying attention.
All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us. Make sure you guys go to all of our social media. Give us some likes and follows. We love hearing from you guys. We love your feedback. Make sure you guys go to our YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher. Go subscribe to the show. And then, go check out all of Ali Gilbert's social media. Go check her stuff out. And thank you for joining us, guys. We'll see you next episode.
Stop dancing, please.
This is not a fun show. Stop. Deuces.